What's up everyone, Maximilian here, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Down Black Ops 2 Multiplayer. Today we're going to be talking about the live streaming and esports integration that's going into Black Ops 2, some of the modes that I'm hoping for, and some of the stuff that we've already seen, and finally talk about one of the most important aspects of a Call of Duty game, and it's actually the netcode. So we'll begin with that topic right at the start. Netcode, as you guys might not understand for somebody that's watching, is one of the most important aspects when it comes to a game like Call of Duty. When it came to Call of Duty 4, World at War, and Modern Warfare 2 to an extent, these games felt pretty good. When you shot a guy, they fell. You didn't have to really deal with the issue of lag unless you had a host that was very far away, or across an entire nation, or something along those lines. It became very difficult in Black Ops. It became even more increasingly difficult in Modern Warfare 3, and hopefully this trend does not continue into Black Ops 2. It's actually gotten to the point where, in the previous two Call of Duty titles, Modern Warfare 3 and the original Black Ops, the game to an extent for the first couple of months is very difficult to play because the developers are figuring out how to fix the netcode. They do eventually. If you play Black Ops now, the game feels great. If you play Modern Warfare 3 now, the game feels pretty dang good. However, it took a long time to get to that point for both of the titles. I would say it took until the next year. Like, a game comes out in November. We don't see patches or fixes to this stuff until like January, February, and sometimes March. And even now, it's now August, and there was recently another patch for Modern Warfare 3 to fix lag compensation issues and overall better netcode experiences with players amongst many of the different types of game types. That's crazy to think that we have to wait like 6 to even more than 6 months, half of the game's life cycle, for us to actually have to get really good, decent gameplay. For you guys that don't know, the biggest issue because of this, and for a lot of guys that have been playing Call of Duty since 4, they understand this. When you go up against somebody, and you have a good connection, or they have a good connection, it can literally put you in front of them by about a second, or behind them for about a second. This is extremely unfair for a lot of people, as if you don't have a good connection or you don't get the host sometimes, it usually does this. It changed in Modern Warfare 3, where if you had the host, you were at the huge disadvantage, and it was almost impossible for you to kill anyone at a close quarters fight. Literally, I would change my playstyle completely in Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops, depending on how good the connection was at the start of the game. And I really would like that to change. I would really like there to be an overall balanced experience with Call of Duty. And I've even considered moving on to the PC version, because the PC version of these games do have dedicated servers. Now that would mean that I would not be able to play with mouse and keyboard. I've never really done that before. I would use a controller and record all my gameplay on the PC and see how it goes. Because I would really be interested, or really be excited about the game actually performing very well, no matter what hardware I'm actually playing it on. So I really hope that's the case for the console version, that they consider the fact that the netcode has been absolutely awful for the past 2 games. Even though the games are not that bad, the netcode has made them very bad experiences at the beginning of the launch period of these games. The casual player won't have any mind. They'll think they're just having a bad game. For anybody else that realizes that, yo, dude, I put literally 15 bullets in that guy's general direction and not one of them gave me a hit marker, it's definitely something going on. So I'm sure a lot of you guys will sympathize with me that the netcode is the biggest issue in Call of Duty, and we will not see how that has been adjusted until the game is actually out. So moving on for the next topic of this episode is the esports and competitive live streaming that they're going to be doing for Black Ops 2. Literally, with the press of a button, you will be able to live stream your footage to the internet of your Black Ops 2 gameplay, and if you had like a camera, you can actually get your face in there, stuff like that. It takes away all the crazy requirements of having like a good computer to run high frame rates and all that stuff. It'll literally do it for you. As far as the quality, we really don't know, but it really does do a good job about letting the players branch out into other methods of showing their gameplay and having experiences with other people in like a live environment. I think it's a really good idea, and I have no idea how they're doing it, considering the technology of these systems. I literally have no clue how they're even making that possible, and it's pretty awesome that they would integrate something like that. The other thing is the fact that this game is going very much for the esports competitive environment. There are game modes that are catered towards esports or competitive environment, Call of Duty shooter type stuff, and there's also this shoutcasting thing where they let somebody take the role of a spectator or a shoutcaster, somebody who can actually be good at commentary and commentate the match as it goes along. And I would absolutely love to see Call of Duty make it back into the competitive gaming environment. Sure, there's Call of Duty tournaments since Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare. However, they have not been really taken seriously in the esports environment since Call of Duty 4. So that was the last time I was a very big competitive Call of Duty player as far as being in competitive environments. I competed a few times in Call of Duty 4, and every single time somehow I won. I was just somehow very good at COD 4, and it was a really fun game. And the competitive environment for that game was really awesome. It seemed to be a lot of fun. It was very exciting to watch. Stuff like that. I would love to see that return. I would really like to see competitive Call of Duty make it back into the spotlight. So, here's to hoping that hopefully when these games come out, I might be able to provide some shoutcasting for some videos, or if you guys would like to throw me some gameplay, or I can shoutcast some of my gameplay. We'll see how it goes. It could be a lot of fun, because if anybody likes hearing my commentary, hopefully I'll be able to do it in a different style. So, moving on to the last bit, and something that's really important for me, is this game mode stuff. There's been this game mode between all of this footage we've been seeing from Gamescom. This mode where these guys get into an area where there's, like, arrows pointing down towards the area. When you get into the area, a bar starts filling up and stuff like that. It kind of reminds you of Headquarters, it kind of reminds you of Domination, but what is the mode that was the combination of Headquarters and Domination? It was pretty much War. War in the original World at War, or Call of Duty World at War from Treyarch, their first scale, like, huge multiplayer game, had a game mode called War that was available in Ground War and its own standalone, and it was absolutely awesome. It was a mode that forced people to move constantly. It forced you to play the objective. The objective was a lot bigger in some situations. You took a risk. The round could be over, like, immediately if someone was really proactive and he had a team that was really good. Or it can take a really long time and go on for like 15 minutes of people just arduating like this huge battle to get to this one point. It was really damn cool. It's essentially a single point domination game, and it would be a lot of fun. And from what I've seen of the videos so far, I forget what the title of it is, but almost everybody in the videos is playing it, and it seems like it is actually a reinvention of War. Completely down for that. The other thing I'm ridiculously excited about is the fact that we're going to get 3 versus 3 versus 3 versus 3 type of multi-team deathmatch. I think there's 4 teams. Nonetheless, it should look, or actually it does look, completely awesome. And when you play multi-team deathmatch, like between like Halo and SOCOM of the past, those are some of my favorite modes. If you had like 2 of your friends that were really good at the game and you went in there and you just held stuff down together, oh my god, dude, it's so much fun. It's really fun to see the teamwork actually be paid off. It's fun to see all these different teams battling it out. It's like a different version of free-for-all. I'm really excited for that, and I think that will be one of the biggest selling factors, one of the biggest like competitive drives of this game is the fact that multi-team deathmatch is making a return. And let's be honest, the hard thing about Call of Duty games is the fact that you can't solo. Like 1 versus 1, ridiculously boring. Free for all, kind of boring to an extent, and super random in a game that has respawns like this one with smaller maps. You need to have a team environment, and you need to have multiple team environments to make it actually good for competitive gaming. And I think this could really do that. I think this could be completely awesome and a ton of fun to watch. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about the netcode, about the different game modes, or anything otherwise for Black Ops 2. I'll be returning back as more information becomes available, because like I said, everything we've been seeing over the past few days is from an alpha build, and will be changing the closer we get to the launch. But thank you guys very much for watching. If you want to see more Black Ops original gameplay or Modern Warfare 3, please leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. My name is Maximilian, signing out.